What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 5 of the Final Bell podcast, where we talk about all things sports related. Today we're going to talk about Jade Cargill's return, Naomi and Bianca, and finding out who actually attacked Jade just before Elimination Chamber and her return, when she was out of action back in November through several injuries, but WWE storylined it for a mystery attacker storyline. So while she was out dealing with the injuries, that was the basis of WWE's storyline for her absence. So when she finally returned at Elimination Chamber, as we all know, the best part of the night was when she went to attack Liv, turned and attacked Naomi. Now, we all didn't know what was going on there, what the reason for Jade turning on Naomi was. We could only assume she was the one that was responsible for the attack on Jade back in November. Now, I had my suspicions anyway. I'm not sure if I ever made this clear, but I found it very strange that since Jade was out and she was current WWE Tag Team Champions with Bianca Belair, that because Belair couldn't hold onto the championships on her own, being one out of the two, then Naomi stepping in under the recommendation of Bianca. Now, that to me seemed very, very strange. Obviously, it was agreed, and Naomi stepped in so that Bianca could keep the titles in Jade's absence. Now, that was one reason that brought a red flag to me. The second reason was that with Naomi not being able to win the numerous chances she had to become women's WWE champion when she had those main event level matches, her frustration boiled over. She took out Jade and then went to Bianca, all pally, because we had previous to that, I always have your back thing and this, that and the other. And she wanted to make herself relevant by being a champion of some sort, and her only way in was to step in and pick up what Jade left behind. So that was another red flag. So my eyes and my finger were firmly focused on Naomi as suspicious when all this happened. And of course then, as I go back, we had the attack at the Elimination Chamber when Jade suddenly reappeared and took out Naomi, throwing her into the turnbuckles, into the Elimination Chamber pods, doing a version of Sheamus's style brogue kick and virtually kicking the head off of Naomi, and then slamming her in the Elimination Chamber cage door, so she wasn't able to compete in the match due to being that viciously assaulted and being deemed unfit to continue, so therefore eliminated from the match itself. So there were numerous reasons that I felt that Naomi is responsible, and I've just named a few there. Let me know in the comments what you thought before Jade Cargill came back, who you thought were, the attacker or attackers, because the finger, first of all, and the suspicion was pointed at Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And of course, Bianca and Naomi went to Smackdown to apparently sort out this in the form of revenge, and that led to them losing the tag team titles, Bianca and Naomi, to Liv and Raquel in a match just before Elimination Chamber PLE took place. So I'm not gonna dignify this with any video footage. It was painful enough for me to watch on my own live here, with all the screaming, all the crying, all the shouting over each other and everything else. The only good thing was the fact that Naomi got her ass kicked once again by Jade Cargill, and Bianca left her alone. But before all that happened, we had the split with Bianca and Naomi, and then Naomi came up with all this, everyone abandons me and woe is me, and everyone I ever become friends with always turn their back on me and all this crap and everything else. I don't think WWE handled that in the best way. They are obviously going to go with the fact that it was Naomi that did it, as she claimed that she did it for Bianca because Jade was leeching off of her ability and riding on her coattails and all this rubbish. So the only thing that doesn't make sense is the fact there was no video footage at all that showed who attacked Jade and how it led up to that moment where she was found laid out on top of the car after apparently being pushed off the back of a truck. So we only have to take Naomi's word for it that it was her. But WWE haven't run this storyline very well. With no proof, Naomi's admission, Bianca and Naomi splitting up, and now the rivalry starting between Jade and Naomi. And now, of course, we've got the upcoming of Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez coming up as well. So, yeah, I think we're building up to the Jade versus Naomi rivalry in terms of she's getting her revenge on her mystery attacker, which we now know was apparently Naomi. Even though I've stated there was no video footage to show that she did it, it didn't distinctly show anything that it was her. So we still don't know if Naomi's telling the truth. But it's just a badly worked segment in terms of the whole no proof, Naomi's admission, and then the argument between Naomi and Bianca, the screaming, the shouting, the crying. It was just awful. And as I said, the only good thing was that Jade Cargill walked out with the same look on her face that she walked to the Elimination Chamber with. And Naomi got her ass kicked once again. So, yeah, that was the highlight of the night for that. But terrible segment. WWE could have built that up and done that a hell of a lot better. But unfortunately, they went in that direction with it. So, anyway, that's going to be it for me. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Leave a like if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video, where I believe I'm going to be discussing, when he comes back, John Cena's response to why he turned at Elimination Chamber in the main event when it concluded and aligned with The Rock. And I'll be going over and giving my thoughts on that. But we just got to wait for a date on Cena's return. Then when we know that, can go back and have a look and see if it's as good as a promo or whatever he's got to say, how it plays out, as it was when we had the shock, surprise, unexpected heel turn happen at the end of the night at the Chamber. So hopefully WWE can push this to be really good with Cena as a heel after 21 years of being a face. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out when the time comes. So